Guys, it's your boy Lil Peck here. Today we are here with Make Your Kingdom. It is a new game that just recently released. I have played a little bit of it. I have played a couple of rounds per se. So I'm just gonna start a new game and just kind of go over like a couple of things with the game that I've noticed, and some of the things that need to be improved if you're looking to buy this game. So first and foremost, we'll start with an expedition, because expeditions are essentially the core of the game. The core of the game is the expeditions. So you have prologue, expeditions, and casual. Casual, essentially there is no super crazy amount of difficulty. I don't know, I haven't really played casual. But expedition is like all the quote-unquote natural disasters and the enemies that you have to fight off and stuff like that. The expedition is supposed to offer you that, and the prologue is simply the tutorial that will eventually lead you into the expedition. So expedition is the normal game mode to this game. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We will say show tips just for safety, maybe? Who knows? Alright, so first and foremost, it has randomly generated seeds, so that's cool. You could probably type in any random number and get somebody's seed, or if you see like a good seed that you want, you can just simply type it in. Seeds aren't too long, not like Minecraft inside of this game or anything like that. So first starting out, you want to look for some bushes and stuff like that, and this is just overall starting to go a little bit more so to the game aspect of it, but right here should be okay. I mean, we have a mountain, we have some water, we have some trees, so we'll start like right around here, and let's have ours around right there, just so that we can just drop right in and get going. So while this animation happens, I have played this, as I said, a couple times before, and one of the times I'd played, only one of the times did I actually have a civilization up and going, and when I saved and then I hit save and exit, it actually deleted my save for some odd reason. I don't know why that happened. I still don't know why that happened. It hasn't happened to me since, but it is something that did happen to me, which made me very frustrated, because that was my best civilization that I had made so far, and it just vanished. So obviously that would make anybody upset. With that being said, that is an issue that I have experienced. There have been other people to experience idle individuals. Now, the thing about this game is that the way that the AI is coded actually has a little bit of issues with it. So what I mean by that is, let's say, and here's why it has some issues, is from what I've noticed, is that you can have, let's say you build, well here, I'll show you an example. So we have some red berries, so let's go get some food real quick. Where were those berries at? Right here. Okay, so we have that going, production. Let's make a sawmill. Let's put the sawmill, and we want the sawmill to be relatively close, so we'll put the sawmill like right, put it like right here, and then while that is going, we'll put the mine as well right here. And the reason for that is that we want this to be as ease of access as possible. Now, right here, you can add workers to this sawmill. Okay, when you're first starting off, you want to have at least 2. So we're going to select trees for lumbering. There we go, that's that. Now, with that being done, here you can select 2. You want to have at least 2. Same thing with the mine. When the mine gets done, you want to have at least 2. Priorities right now: focus the logs, boards, and stone. Now, sorry, I heard a noise from Discord. Okay, now, with that being said and done, so let's say we have 2 workers in our mine and we have 2 workers in our sawmill. Now, let's say if we were to, I don't know, let's say you were to have maybe 10 people, okay? Let's say you build a architect house, and you have 2 people at the sawmill, you have 3 people at the mine, and that's around what? 3, 4, 5, that's 6. And let's just throw in another sawmill in there, 7, 8. Let's throw in another architect. So you have 2 architects, 4 people working at the sawmill. So, and you have 2 people working at the mine. So that's around 8. And you have 2 architects, 9, 10. So there goes all your workers. Now, if you overload yourself like that, what's going to happen is that workers won't be working. There's something that'll happen is like you have things that are being prioritized over here on the side. So right now we don't have the jobs prioritized, you see. But if we had logs prioritized, then the people who are supposed to be the architects would go around getting the stuff for these people, or the bakers, or the people who would deliver water or something. There's just an issue with the coding in general, and it provides a substantial issue with the game. And that's what I've noticed. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but that is definitely something that I personally have noticed. Now, I don't believe that is a user error. I'm pretty positive on that not being a user error. So with that being said and done, I am going to stick with that being an issue on the game. So with that being said and done, if that actually comes to be, you would have to deselect these people and reselect them to try to get them back at the jobs they want. And that is just a huge hassle, and it is just very annoying. Now, another huge issue with this game is the availability to keep your, I don't know what you want to call them, your minions alive, if you will, your people alive. You know, in order to keep your people alive, you need food. Okay, well, there are instances, multiple instances, where your people are going to die off despite there being an abundance of food. Not 12 pieces of food, so 1 food per each person. No, an abundance of food from sausages and bread and berries, or whatever it is. Your people will still die from starvation. You cannot control that from happening. You can't order people to go eat. That is a huge issue with this game, is people dying off, and that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to show you guys throughout this little gameplay that I'm doing here, the people dying off, to kind of give you an idea of exactly how that's going to look. So once that's happens, you guys will kind of see like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's right. It's a very apparent issue in this game. As I said, I have not really experienced any idle workers. There are a couple of mechanics in the game that go unmentioned, such as that person right there. This person, she is a officer. She goes around and kind of just checks everything, and it's not something that you actually notice at all, but like that's her job. She, like, you click on anybody else, so let's see, porter, right? So his job is porter, so that means he's bringing stuff to and from. So With that being said, that's what he's doing. You know, so you just have all these different people and all these different things that are kind of going on at the same time, and there's just no real assignment order for your people. And it's really hard to manage eventually 40, 60, 100 something people with this right here. This is not a good way to manage it. All this does is prioritize getting what you need, and that may sound like that's good enough, but ultimately it is not. So, with that being an issue, it really puts a hinder on the game's overall performance, and that is a real downer. Obviously, one of the cooler aspects of this game is being able to come here and help build things, you know. So, come right here, let's make the well for them. I'll get this well out of the way. Now, while I'm doing this, just to help everybody out, I also do want to mention that there are instances as well where, no pun intended, where there are bakers who are assigned at the mill or whatever the case may be, and they actually kind of struggle to get their own water resource at times. There's so many instances of the architects who need, I say that word twice because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Anyways, they don't grab the materials they need to fix up a house. Why is that the case? I have no idea. But that is just the case, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we are just going to make a nice little hefty farming area. Okay, and now let's see if we can make another quick farm over here somewhere. Let's see if we can. Nice. Okay, so let's connect the rest of this up to here. Nice. There we go. Now we will make another little fields. Alright, that should be good enough for now for the farmers to actually interact with that and whatnot. So, see, look it. This is what I mean. The bakers, if they need any of these resources, the bakers would go sometimes and they would grab it. Okay? What sucks is that these guys will not go and actually grab what they need. And if they do, it is on a very rare occasion that they actually go ahead and grab what they need. So, you know, you can see that there's people who are, the porters, are doing this by themselves. Let's see what this architect does. Okay, he just vanished in there. Well, never mind. The thing is that they don't go and grab their own stuff. There are instances where the baker will go and grab water if need be. But there are other instances where the baker doesn't go and grab water. And it's just those things that are inconsistent that just take a very big toll on the game's understanding of it all. You know, nothing is good if it's inconsistent. You know, nobody would like something that's inconsistent. As we keep going about this, we are going to start our mill because we need to have our food in abundance. So we have our wheat farm going. Okay, we have our workers. Now we are going to go ahead and build our mill. We're just gonna have our mill right here. Seems like it is the easiest way. We'll just connect it up just like that. Still plenty enough of farm around this area for these people to work with. Hopefully. I hope. Anyways, you know, while this gets built, we need that built like as soon as possible. So I'm gonna help out here. What sucks is that these sometimes those make two. See how those make two? Well, if you take one, then it'll only make one. So it's just an inefficient way of doing things. There should be two to be taken away before it automatically starts to make one. It's just a waste of resource, and there's nothing you can do to control that. There's just so many things that you just can't control that you should be able to control. For example, if I take one of these, oh, good. As I mean, you guys kind of seen if there would have been nobody to grab one of those, and let's say everybody was dying off, which can happen very easily in this game. There would have been nothing I could have done. It just would have made only one plank, and it just would have been a waste of a log. And that's unfortunate, but that's just how the game is designed, apparently. So, yeah. But so far, we're doing okay. I want to see if there's anybody who is hungry as of yet. No, so nobody's going hungry just as of yet. Some people are still gray. Notice, we have 16 pieces of food. Everyone else's hunger is all the way up, but there are certain people who will not eat. There are certain people who will not eat. She doesn't have a job assigned to her. She is just a porter. You see? She's just bringing things around. She is going to die if she does not eat. And if that happens, I mean, come on, like, it's not really that great of a game if you can't keep your people alive when you have an abundance of food and they don't eat. It's very inconsistent, you know. It completely messes with the logic of the game, being make your kingdom, you have to have people to run it, and yet they die for no reason, and you have to spend money to get more people. Obviously, like in-game currency, which is the top right hand corner, you see the gold, and that you send a little airship out for 65 coins, so you can only send out one before, you know, hey, you're supposed to have something up and running by now that's making you some money. So yeah, you know, in the prologue, that's not a thing. At least not until maybe way after like the expedition part, where they say you can leave or not, essentially. But yeah, it's just there's just a lot of things with this game, and I'm just here to kind of showcase them as I play the game. So now, is this game worth the buy? Not currently. It's so, I've never really, and this may discredit anything that I've been talking about, but I've never actually thoroughly played a city builder. Now, I've played Age of Empires, and you guys can say that's kind of like a city builder, but it was more so of a me versus some AI PvP kind of like, you know, city builder, kind of like Halo Wars thing, just better than Halo Wars. And you know, it's just that game has Betty. That game has better mechanics, better optimization of your people than a game that is literally made focusing around that core aspect of the game. And yeah, that's pretty sad. You know, because that also has PvP in it. Now, apparently, this little mode right here that you can go in, because normally all the city builder games you can only do this stuff, you know, but just being able to go inside a third person here is supposedly in other city builder games. Um, excuse me. I personally have not played other ones to know, but for this being my first city builder, I mean it's meh. So here is an example. So we're gonna stop real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That means who is going to run that? Nobody. So nobody is going to be making food. Okay. So now nobody's making food. If nobody's making the food, well, what happens? Well, that's obvious. What's gonna happen if nobody's making food? Well, we're gonna start dying. And I took one person off of the mine in the hopes that, hey, they're gonna come over here. So, it looks like this is the guy. Nope. People just come in and drop things off, and you have an inspector just kind of looking at the thing, and oh, Marley starved to death. Blair starved to death. Here goes Gray. Alexis is gonna starve to death. Gray is gonna starve to death. And this is what happens. Frankie's gonna starve to death, and you have 16 pieces of food for 12 people. How come they're dying? You can click inside the market and you see that you have 16 pieces of bread. More than enough for people to go around. Why do you die? Why do they die? You know, it's just an issue with the game. That if there's a hidden mechanic inside of here that's not being explained, well then I feel like we should know about that. That should be something of importance. Anyway, so we're gonna put making bread at the top of this list. We're gonna say that, oh, okay, so now we have a baker. Good. We need water. Now, here goes another issue. How come I can't see my water icon? Oh, never mind. I thought I was just losing my mind. Sorry. Nonetheless, you guys can kind of start to tell, okay, yeah, you know, people are dying and they're not supposed to be dying. Hey, what's up with that? The prologue doesn't tell you any other hidden mechanics in the game. They don't say, hey, your people need more than one more than one food source. If your people don't have more than one food source, well, unfortunately, your people are gonna start dying. Like, the game doesn't tell you any of that kind of stuff. So yeah. With that being said, there's other people who can walk around with full food. You know, Gray ate. She ate at one point. The river apparently. You know, walking around with full food. You know, Morgan, he's getting kind of hungry. Alexis, she just ate. You know, so there's other people who get completely filled off of bread. How come other people don't? It's just it's such a slap in the face, because you have to earn your people, and you can't earn your people and then lose them because the game is bugged or the game's not coding the AI properly. And it just comes down to just coding the AI properly or being able to control them. And yeah, there's other games that are not even city building games. Take it from Kenshi. Kenshi's such an underrated, unpopular game, and the 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 community inside of Kenshi is honestly fantastic. But looking at this, it's just Kenshi is just so much more in depth and rich, and it's not even a city builder, but it can become a city builder, and you can control each and every single individual character individually. Like the word individual should stick out so much, because if somebody's hungry or you want a specific person to do a specific job, you can make that happen. And here, that's just not the case. You know, I have to deselect people and try to figure out what the heck is all going on with this priorities tab over here, and it's just you know, it's just not the best. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way that it is. So as you guys can kind of see, you know, from the little glimpse, I mean, you can kind of tell, hey, yeah, is this game really worth my time? It's hard to say. You know, it's honestly hard thing to argue the game is worth your time or not. Here's where you would buy more people. So here, I'll just buy more people, kind of show you guys what would happen, and yeah, you know, we really can't do anything with the body of water. There's literally no purpose for this at all. I don't know why it's here. I think you can cover up some of it. Yeah, you can. There's really no reason for water. You can't do anything with it. You can't build on top of it. You can't do anything. So if you build next to the water, it's kind of, hey, I can't build this way. You can't build this way. Can't even build down here. You know, you're kind of stuck for the time being with this little thing you got going on. So, anyways, I'm calling some more people. When you call in more people, what's gonna happen? Well, you need to make sure that if you're calling in more people, that you have all the houses you need for them. And do I have space for houses? Yeah, I do. I can make some houses. It's just you get all these people, and look at this. 20 people. You just got 20 people. From 10 to 20. Do you honestly think that you will be prepared enough? Right? Somebody just died from hunger. That was one of my older people. Okay. So that's fantastic, unless one of them died from jumping out the plane. It's just not good. It's just not good. Unfortunately, it will never be up to good until they patch it. Yeah, people running around like crazy now. When you summon more people, obviously you can make things faster, but I mean, now you need more food, so then you just need to continue trying to struggle and meet ends meet, and it shouldn't be such a struggle, because people are dying for no reason. I mean, it's such a bad game mechanic. And yeah, so that's pretty much all what I have. You guys kind of seen a little bit firsthand of, you know, some of the choppy AI controls. You just have these people just fucking going crazy back here. I guess I'll save them or something. Oh, I can't even save them. Oh, alright, never mind then. I'm sorry, I guess you guys are just stuck back here. I wish you guys could walk on the grass or something. I don't know what to tell you. And sorry, I can't help you guys unless I literally build all the way around. So I guess go ahead and build all the way around. I can't even build all the way around, can I? Yes, I can. Let's see if I can make them come over here. There's even a slight chance I can connect this all up. Yeah, so it's all connected up. I mean, they have a way to get out of here. Hey, come on now. You guys have a way to get out. And, alright. So, yeah. There you go. So that's kind of this game. You know, it's just, yeah, that's the game. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think about it. I mean, there's so many better games out here than this game that are exactly like this. I would just like to say real quick that sorry about ranting and repeating the same things. It's not like I have some kind of script written out. I just wanted to show you guys live footage of exactly what is happening with this game and why it's not good, why it's not really worth your money. For $15, I mean, come on. You can buy Black Desert for $1 when it's on sale, or $5 when that's on sale. You can buy, hell, there's so many other games you could buy for so much cheaper. I mean, you could probably find Doom Eternal for 15 on a good sale, you know. You maybe even like 80% off Breath of the Wild or something, you know what I mean? Like, just something, you know. There's just these other games that are Halo Infinite for free, Destiny 2 for free, you know. It's just, there's all these other games out here, and this game costs $15. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I really have. I'm not going to save this progress. I just wanted to make a video on this game. I tried to play it. This is probably my 9th kingdom that I have made, and this is me still trying to understand the hidden mechanics in the game and how the AI works, and it's just a huge mess. And the one time that I did get around 40 or so something people able to live inside my village, and I hit save, and then I hit save and exit after hitting save, and it completely erased everything. And yeah, that was awful. But with that being said, I'm done talking. I'm out. This game is a no-go. Wait for it to get updates, and maybe if it adds some kind of more interesting element to it, such as more natural disasters, more enemies attacking your base, make it so that you can maybe control certain individuals more, so at least the people who are working, you know, make it so that you can control how much wood you can produce or something, you know, because you can control things to an extent. You can make wheat, you can get the water, you know, you can put stuff inside the houses if need be, you know, like you can control certain amounts of things. You can help repair. It's just you can't do a lot of things that you need to be able to do, and yeah, that's really unfortunate. So, um, with that all being said and done, this has been Lil Peck, and I rate this game like a, what, 3 out of 10? I rate it a 3 out of 10 because I like the fact that I can control my little dude, and I like the way that the game honestly looks, personally. I just like the little beans, it's a little cute kind of thing. I like the this little overview of the place. You know, it's not like super advanced. It's not super like geeky. It's just kind of cartoonish. You know, it brings a little more fun vibe to the whole thing. Oh, also, you can't even kill anything. You can't kill the animals even if you shoot at them. Oh, wow. I did not know you could actually kill the animals. That is probably the only animal, maybe. That is very, very surprising. Wow. Look it. You learned something, huh? You can't harm your own people. You have like a machine gun, by the way, apparently. Joking. I want to go try to find a chicken. Anyways, I'm done. This has been this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like it. Maybe if I saved you a couple $15, you know. Hopefully it does something for somebody. And yeah, so you can only kill the goat. Yeah, okay. You can only kill goats. Okay, anyways, alright, I'm done. I'm gone. Thanks. I'm leaving. No. And see you next time.